Welcome to Blue Collar Billing, the program built by contractors for contractors to simplify the way you manage your business. Blue Collar Billing is completely customizable to fit your company needs. From materials, overhead, job categories, proposal and invoice items, taxes, payment schedules, and much, much more, Blue Collar Billing can be made to fit the way your company operates and provide an efficient and simple solution to customer and project management. Today we'll be going over some of the settings and background information that you can customize to fit your company's needs. From the main screen, let's go to settings. We have buttons here for all the different items and background functions that you can customize to fit your needs. We'll start with menus. From here you can edit several different drop-down menus that you will come across and use as you're creating clients, jobs, and project management. We'll start with client category. From here, pretty basic, commercial and residential. If you need to change the status of it, very simple to do. If you need to add a new one, very simply enter the name of the category and hit add. And there you go. We'll go through a couple of these so that you can see how easy the process is. Again, you can really make these categories say anything that you want to say. A lot of the things are already pre-populated with the basic that every company should have, so that when you sign up and start working with Blue Collar Billing, you're not completely starting with a blank slate. Some of the more common items are already filled in for you, and you can build upon them. Let's just do a couple more here. These are all items as we start to use the system, as I said, to create new jobs. These items will all be there and you'll use them. And a lot of times as you're creating a job, for example, you can manually add material and manually add job items and categories that you may need for just one specific job. But for the items and materials that you use over and over again, build them into your template, which will make the process of creating new proposals and estimates much more efficient and much more quick. Okay, again under job payee, which you'll see in the payment screens when you're entering your payments out to your vendors so you can properly job cost your jobs. Again, you can change this to meet whatever vendors or supply houses that you use on a continual basis. Home Depot, Benjamin Moore, Lowe's. And again, if you come across a vendor or a supply house that you don't use, when you're in the payment screen, you can just manually type in whatever that person's name is. Job status, again, one of the items that comes pre-populated with several standard categories that you will use, but just like the other drop-down menus, you can customize it to fit your needs. Locations. Again, as you're building your estimate, you might want to separate out where you're using certain material. On the first floor, you're going to use 20 gallons of paint. You want to have that separated out from by floor for delivery purposes or just for estimating purposes. Again, it's all there. Material types, paint, supplies. Again, you can use this to match whatever your needs are. So that's basically it for the menu drop downs. Item editor. These are the things that you can add to the item editor so that when you're creating proposals and invoices, with this click of a button, you'll have items that you can just quickly choose from to add to your jobs so you don't have to constantly type the same things over and over and over again. Again, you can manually enter individual line items for customizing to each project, but you'll have a template built for any ones that you want to use over and again. Line items, same idea. We'll just make some paint walls. You want to charge $150 every time you do that, and hit save. And now when you go into a job, you can pull up that line item, count up how many walls you're painting, enter that number, and it'll calculate it for you. Print headers. This is pre-populated after you create your account with your basic account information, your company name, your address, your phone number, email, thank you. You can add a customized signature in here if you like. Down here you can put any legal verbiage that you would like to have added to your proposal. We will provide you with samples that you are more than welcome to use. For basically saying what your payment terms are, what the process would be if somebody wants to cancel a project or scheduling a project. Again, it's completely customizable to fit your company's needs. Materials, again, this is where you can add materials that you use over and over again so that you can estimate what your job is going to cost you, so that you have those numbers to use to build off of to price your jobs. Again, we'll just come up with something. Blue tape. We'll put that under supplies. Say $2 a roll. Size is 1. It's not really square footage on that one. And there you go. Okay, so then when you're building a job, you're going to say, okay, I need 5 rolls of blue tape, so you know that you're going to spend $10. And again, when you're building a job, that's important information to have. Employees, here is where you can add all of your employees. Obviously, when you set up an employee, one of the things that you're going to set is whether that employee is part of your sales team or not. If they're part of your sales team, then when you create new jobs and you're asked to pick who the salesman is, obviously that person will be there. Okay. Taxes in here, you set your state, zip code, and what your tax rate is, so that you, when you're creating jobs or creating estimates for jobs, the proper tax rate is applied. Okay. Payments. You can set up a job. When you set up a job, you can set how many payments you want to have show up on the proposal. For example, you could say I want it to be broken up into 2 payments, and you'll use these percentages to break up the total amount. You can do this for all the way up to 10 payments. My account. This is just a recap of your account and all its information. If you need to make any changes to your address, your email, your phone number, this is where to do it. This is also where you will set your default overhead percentage for your company. One of the things that we'll go over in a separate video is how to calculate what the overhead of your company is, and how to use that information to properly estimate your jobs and bill your jobs in the proper way that'll help you make more money. And then when you put in your default overhead in here, when you go back into creating new jobs and doing job costing, you'll get an accurate reflection of how much money you are making. And then under site preferences, this is where there'll be options for things like, for example, if you have to terminate a salesperson, how long do you want their jobs to continue to show up on any reports that you run? And when you go to the reports screen, what is the default start date for your reports timeline? Some people wanted to start, again, 60 days ago. Other people wanted to start 3 years ago. And that's totally customizable and up to you. Okay, so that covers all the background information. All of these things you will use on a day-to-day basis as you're building jobs and creating clients. These information will be very helpful to you. As always, if you have any questions, hit the help button. You can submit a ticket with any questions or comments, or you can reach out to us directly, and we are happy to help you in any way we can. Have a great day.